Hi, I'm Alex from Wilkinson Cameras, and I've very briefly had the new Canon RF 20mm F1.4L VCM lens to test. It's another addition to their hybrid L series prime lens lineup, which they announced last year. This is a professional wide-angle prime lens, and while I think it's going to be of particular interest to astrophotographers and filmmakers who want to really set the scene, wide-angle lenses also really open themselves up to interior work for photo or video, and they can actually really capture the whole atmosphere in scene at a wedding as well. So last year, in 2024, Canon introduced their new lineup of L series mirrorless lenses, which they're calling their hybrid range. This is similar to what we're seeing Sony and Panasonic do. They feature minimum focus breathing, shared ergonomics, size, weight, and they're designed to suit the needs of both stills and video professionals and enthusiasts. We've done a video featuring the RF 24, 35 and 50mm VCM models, so I'll leave a link below to that. With this 20mm, I took it to the city for some stills and video samples, and I also tried out some wide field astrophotography. We get early access to these lenses from Canon, and when we get a pre-production beta sample, I have to tell you that they may not reflect the final image quality. I've got to say that. So I can't zoom into any of the images for you in this particular video, but I didn't have any issues or concerns. Now, back to astrophotography. I am not an astrophotographer. I'm not really a landscape photographer either. And this was my first time trying this type of photography, so please be kind. Somebody who specialises in this area will no doubt do a much better job than I did, but I had to give it a go for this type of lens. It's ideal for capturing the Milky Way, etc., thanks to the wide focal length and the fast f1.4 aperture. Comparing the 20mm VCM lens to others in this new hybrid range, this 20mm is the same shape and size with the same 67mm filter diameter and in the same weight range at 519 grams. Thanks to these shared sizes and weights, switching between lenses on a gimbal or video rig means little to no rebalancing or rebuilding, and the compact size means that they're ideal for gimbal work, and I do think the 20mm will find itself on a gimbal for wide video shots quite a lot. It features the high-end build quality that you'd expect from a Canon L series lens, including a metal mount, a fluorine coating on the front element, and like other VCM lenses, it has a stepless iris ring, iris lock, control or focus ring, AF/MF button for switching to manual focus, and a customizable lens function button, which is set to AF hold out of the box. Like the other VCM lenses, the iris ring will only control aperture or iris in video mode on most Canon cameras. It is completely redundant in stills mode unless you have a 2024 model and beyond, so that's the R5 Mark II or the EOS R1, but I do hope we'll see future releases incorporate the ability to use this. This compact lens doesn't compromise on image quality and has the L series name and price tag to certify this. This is achieved by combining aspheric elements and Super ED and UD lenses with super spectra and ASC coatings to ensure sharp images with minimal flare and ghosting and good control over aberrations. Like the RF 24mm VCM lens, this also features the SWC coating to further reduce flare and reflections that you're more likely to get with wider lenses. But we also have a BR blue spectrum element added into this model as well to further correct chromatic aberrations. In short, a lot of high-end glass, optical coatings and clever design has gone into this lens to achieve super sharp images with accurate colour and minimal glare, even in tricky lighting conditions. The result is gorgeous, detailed and sharp videos and stills. Like the other VCMs, we have an 11 blade aperture for smooth bokeh, and the stepless iris ring means super smooth exposure control in video as well. Of course, this is a wide angle lens, so it doesn't really need IS, so there is none. Autofocus proved very fast when combined with the EOS R6 Mark II. AF is achieved with a dual motor system. There's the Nano USM motor and the new VCM motor. This dual motor combination gives you fast and precise autofocus. There is also very minimal focus breathing in this lens, which is perfect for filmmakers. The VCM motor stands for voice coil motor, and VCM motors enable faster movement of larger lens elements. So for you, this means fast, silent and smooth AF whilst filming video. As we found with the other VCM lenses, this developed consistently sharp images, even at f1.4. The edges were a little bit softer at f1.4, but I mean a little, nothing that would concern me, faze me in any way, or affect my overall image quality. The rest of the image is pin sharp. The detail this lens renders is really impressive. You can really see this in the city shots. There is some distortion in the RAW files when we open these without any correction profiles, which is to be expected. It is a very wide angle lens. So here we can see the unedited RAW and the in-camera JPEG. You can see that there is some vignetting and some distortion, but the in-camera correction and light ring corrections when released correct these perfectly. And modern lenses are designed this way. They're designed to overshoot and to have digital crop and corrections applied. So the resulting image after you've cropped that vignette off is still 20mm with very minimal distortion. In video, there's very minimal focus breathing, which is great for when we need to pull focus. And as we've already said, the AF is fast and quiet. I had an exceptionally short time with this lens, so I don't have an AF test for you, but the VCM motors are fast, and if we look at the test from the 24mm VCM, you'll see that you don't have to worry. The iris ring is essential to me when I'm shooting video to ensure that I can easily adjust my exposure, but also to have quick and easy creative control over the depth of field. I've said this in previous reviews, I just wish it was clickable like you find on Sony, and also native for stills in all cameras. All of this quality and brilliantly compact design does come at a price. Like the other VCM lenses, we expect this to be in the region of £1,900 at launch in the UK. Ouch. But is it worth it? Would you add this to your kit bag? I think it's worth it. I think it's a very good lens, but would you use it? Would you pay it? Let me know in the comments, and I will put a link below to the product so that you can check the current price and if there's any offers available. A while back now, I tested the Canon RF 10-20 F4L lens, and I spent most of my time at 20mm. Anything beyond that, I found really hard to compose, and it almost became too wide. I think 20mm is that wide angle sweet spot where you get that sort of clear wide angle look without it becoming too distracting, and it's still easy to compose with because it's not way wider than our eye naturally sees. I've said in previous videos I'm not a massive fan of wide angles, it's just not my cup of tea. But you know, actually only having this focal length available to shoot with on this day, I think I might be a bit of a convert. It feels more intentional than the 24mm lens. If I could have a few, I'd probably go for the 20mm to cover wide, 50mm 1.4L VCM for some mid shots, and then a 70-200 f2.8 for my longer shots. But what would your ideal kit compose of? What would you combine? Remember, you can buy from us if you're in the UK. We're privately owned, we'll offer you much better service than those big box retailers, and we offer part exchange too. So that's a really quick rundown of the RF 20mm F1.4L VCM lens. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more from us at Wilkinson Cameras. What would you use this for? Do you have any astrophotography tips for me? We'd love to hear from you, so do get in touch, and thank you for watching.